Hi there, I'm back with a new video. Economic growth and development are two complex phenomena. It has to undergo various phases to reach the developed economy stage. So today, let's study Rostow's stages of development. Before we go any further, if you had not subscribed my channel, please subscribe my channel to stay tuned with me in the upcoming videos too. Also, like the video if you feel that the content was good and comment in the comment section whether you like the video or not and also for any further clarification. So without wasting time, let's move on. Walt Whitman Rostow was an American economist and a political theorist. In his book, The Stages of Economic Growth, a non-communist manifesto, which was published in 1960, he presents a historical model of economic development. According to the theory, the transition from underdevelopment to the developed society can be described as in terms of a series of stages through which all the countries have to go, and they include the traditional society, the takeoff stage, drive to maturity, and finally the high mass consumption. The first stage, according to Rostow, is the traditional phase or the traditional economy, which is otherwise termed as the underdeveloped economy. According to Rostow, a traditional society is one whose structure is developed within the limited production function based on the pre-Newtonian science and technology and on pre-Newtonian attitudes towards the physical world. Modern science and technology are inaccessible or the people have irrational attitude towards it. Lion's share of the resources are devoted to agriculture where production is done on a subsistence basis. Decentralized political activities where power is centered based on religion, region, institutions, etc. There exists a ceiling on the level of per capita output that can be attained by a traditional society. There exists a hierarchical social structure where family and clan connections plays a dominant role in social organizations. Next comes the transitional period or the precondition for takeoff. It is the transitional period when the traditional society transforms itself in several aspects for sustained economic growth. It is the period when preconditions for takeoff are set. The idea spreads that economic development is possible rather than necessary for general well-being. The traditional rigidities weakens and gives way for social mobility. Education spreads, making an atmosphere conducive for development by its progressive effects on social beliefs. A rise in the rate of investment, especially in the fields of transportation and communication. Basic infrastructure improves with the investment in the social overheads. Trade and commercial activities expands and a few modern manufacturing enterprises arises. Capital mobilization is enhanced with the appearances of banks and other financial intermediaries. An entrepreneurial class appears to bear the risk in pursuit of profit or modernization. Foreign capital imports helps the ongoing process of industrialization. The length of transitional phase depends on the speed with which local talents, energy, and resources are devoted to modernization and the overthrow of older order. In this respect, political leadership has an important role to play. Next comes the takeoff phase. It is the central stage in the Rostow's stages of economic growth. Growth becomes the normal condition in this phase. In this stage, there are increased investment, industrialization, and radical socio-political changes, which makes the growth process cumulative and self-sustaining. At this stage, the barriers of steady growth are overcome and the norms of economic growth are well established. The rise in the level of investment leads to the expansion of new industries, the profits of which are reinvested in new plants, facilitating further expansion. This makes the growth process self-sustaining. Establishment of leading growth sectors through enhanced capital mobilization through transfer of funds from non-productive uses to productive uses. The emergence of organized money markets and banking institutions plays a crucial role in this regard. The takeoff phase is followed by the drive to maturity phase. It is a stage or period of self-sustaining growth. It is the period when a society has effectively applied all the modern technologies available at that particular time to its bulky resources. With the use of improved techniques and the entrepreneurial skills, new industries accelerate, supplementing the older leading sectors. Structural changes are also associated with this stage, which includes the diminishing tendency of the percentage of people engaged in agricultural activities and a progressive rise in the industrial activities. The percentage of people engaged in agriculture, which had been about 75% of the total working force, falls to about 20%. The labor force is now predominantly urban and their skills and entrepreneurship improves. The character of leadership changes with improvement in entrepreneurship. Professional managers replace inefficient, impolite masters. The society is no longer keen about the miracles of industrialization, but they expect holistic changes like greater welfare or international supremacy of the country. The growth of urban population is inevitable in this stage. An increase in white collar jobs and workers, etc., are the features of this stage. The final stage is the age of high mass consumption. It is the post maturity phase of economic growth where the masses of people enjoy high levels of consumption and the leading sector shifts towards durable consumer goods and services. This period is characterized by extensive use of automobiles and household gadgets. Age of high mass consumption is considered as an era of consumer sovereignty, as persons living in this society are offered both abundance and a multiplicity of choices. Larger resources are allocated for social welfare. According to Rostow, resources should be employed in the following three directions so as to promote and enhance social welfare. The country, with a view to expand its external power and influence, should allocate larger resources to military pursuits and foreign policy. The welfare of the society has to be enhanced through progressive redistribution of income, providence of leisure, social services, and provision of social security measures. Consumption level of the people are to be expanded beyond the basic necessities and subsistence concerns like food, shelter, and clothing. Today, we learned about Rostow's stage theory of development or the five stages of development propounded by W. Rostow. I hope you all liked the video. Please subscribe and support my channel for the upcoming videos too. Till we meet with a new topic, auf Wiedersehen.